What is up, everybody? The Hunter GT, and look what we got today. The Fisher F44 from Fisher Research Labs. Pretty excited to use this. I almost bought this detector over the Land Ranger Pro, actually, until my good buddy Loco Digger on TreasureNet Forums decided to sell me his Land Ranger Pro at a great discount. So I decided to hop on that. And you know, this is the same frequency, 7.69, as the Land Ranger Pro. They're basically first cousins, so I'm kind of glad I didn't buy this as well, since I did sell my Land Ranger Pro, and I am looking at getting something that goes a little bit deeper, like a Technetics T2 or a MindLab 705 or something like that. But pretty excited to use this nonetheless. A great detector. Thank you to Bo Winkles from TreasureNet for sending this to me for about 2 weeks to review and test out. He emailed me and said, hey man, you know you sold your Land Ranger Pro. You can't be using your son's detector or your wife's. You can't use her Gold Bug every time. So here, take my Fisher F44 for a week or two and test it out, review it, run through the paces. So keep an eye out for that review video coming up. Apologize once again for the wind noise. You guys know my videos get pretty windy and my camera does not have the greatest wind filter, so apologies once again. But anyways, yeah, the Fisher F44 7.69 frequency, kilohertz frequency, just like the Land Ranger Pro, just like the Technetics Alpha, the Delta, the Gamma, and the Omega. All of the Land Ranger Pro, or the Bounty Hunter Pro series, even the Platinum, the Titanium, and the Gold, they all run off the same frequency. The 44, the F22, the F11, all of them called the Frat Brothers process. So there we go. I'm not going to babble too much about it. I have the small coil, the 9-inch concentric. He sent me the 11-inch and the 9-inch, but I like the smaller coils a little bit better. So I have the 9-inch on there. We are here at the Rocky Ford School that you saw in the second to last video with me and the wife hunting this. So plenty of territory that has not been hunted yet. Pretty hot today, about 95 degrees with quite a bit of wind, so a hot wind, pretty miserable conditions. I'm sweating already. I haven't even started. But I figured, hey, this is a pretty shady spot and we didn't cover everything, so I'm going to really cherry pick it and see what happens. And then I'm going to come back once we get that nail coil for the wife's Gold Bug and I get my Technetics T2, which I'm pretty sure that's what I've decided on, guys. I'm not going to keep it a surprise. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to get, the Technetics T2. I'm going to run back over it then and see the deep stuff if we missed anything with these machines that can't really handle the dirt. So we see how this one handles my terrible Colorado dirt today. The Fisher F44. We are really going to run through the paces on it in the next 2 weeks and get that review video up. Keep an eye out for that, where I test it in my backyard, which is just crazy terrible soil. Run it through the air test. I'll run it through the nail board test, the recovery speed, all that good stuff, yada yada. Stop babbling, Hunter. Go find some stuff, right? Right, let's get at it. Alright, yeah buddy, my first ring, guys. This is the first ring I've ever found. It's a silver one, I'm assuming. Ring up high in the silver range. I'm almost positive it's silver. I have a silver ring right there on my finger, the G unit from the Detectory website, the Detectory forum sent me. So, pretty positive that's a kid's silver ring, pretty small. So it's either a pinky ring or a toe ring or some sort of small children's ring. It's got some grooves on the side of it. Let me put it on the ground there so it'll zoom in better. You see it has some groove designs in it, almost like some Celtic ring or something, I'm not sure. But I'm assuming it's silver. We'll get it home and clean it up. I'll pop a picture of it at the end. It's got some stuff right here inside, but I can't read it and I don't want to scratch it up. It is pretty dirty. I might give it to my daughter, something like that. So it was right in there, in that hole, pinpointed at 4 inches, and it was right at the bottom. So it's about 3.5. So not too bad on the pinpointing feature. My first silver ring, my first ring of any sort. I want to say, I think I found like a kid's, a vending machine type of ring, cosmetic jewelry once or twice, but costume jewelry, I should say, not cosmetic, costume jewelry. But here is a little silver ring. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's find some more stuff. Pretty hyped. Alright guys, I just kind of rubbed it off there, so just so you see inside the band there. Hopefully that's coming in for you. It does say 925 SS. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, got a clad quarter, 1990. And it was pretty deep actually. Down there is about 4 inches down. No, I mean pretty deep for my soil. About 4 inches down. So, and it picked up on it no problem. Pinpointed right at 4. Rang up right where a quarter should on it. This is a little bit off from the Land Ranger Pro. This runs about 3 digits high compared to my Land Ranger Pro. Before I sold it, I've noticed even in the manual. You know, on my Land Ranger Pro, a dime was a 62, 63. On this, it's saying a dime will run up clear 65, 66. And same thing with quarters. They are running a little bit high, up to 78, 79 roughly on this, while on my Land Ranger Pro they were way lower than that, like 73, 74 I want to say it was. So they are running a little bit high on the ID on the Fisher F44 compared to the Land Ranger Pro. Kind of odd since they are basically the same machine. But yeah, 1990 quarter, about 4 inches down. Let's find some more. Alright, well the Fisher F44 is loving the quarters today. So there's another one, a 1979 right there, and it was pretty deep. 5 inches it pinpointed, and it is 5 inches on the side of the pinpointer there. So boy, I made a mess of that plug. You should have seen it. I fell over, I lost my grip on it, it gave way, and I fell over right here. Dirt went flying clear out here all the way to the sidewalk, and I almost face planted right into the sidewalk. I pretty much had to drop my pinpointer to brace myself, drop my shovel or my hand digger here to brace myself. Anybody watching it was probably fairly comical, I would assume. I would have laughed. Alright, go. That's my cell phone going off, so listen to that cool ringtone for a second. Nah, it doesn't get any better than machine guns, right? America. Go America! Alright guys, got a coin spill. I got a copper penny top left, 1961. Bottom left is a 1988 dime, and then 2 zinc pennies on the right, which are discriminated out. I'm just running silver range right now, and so the 2 zinc pennies were in there. I pulled them first, and underneath was the dime and the copper. So pretty good unmasking there. Discriminated out on those 2 zincs that came out first, and then underneath them was the dime and the copper. So pretty good. It rang up as a 63. The whole did, I guess, as a whole. The coin spill rang up as a 63, 64. So I thought, okay, that's a dime or a copper, and sure enough, out they came with 2 zincs on top. Pretty neat. All right, on to some more. Alright, this thing loves quarters. So that rang up at a 75, 76. Dug it up and there he was. Good old Washington. So, 1998. The Fisher F44 is a quarter hog today. It is loving these quarters. I am having some pretty good luck. A silver ring, I think 3 quarters, a dime, a penny, and 2 zincs in that last coin spill. All with this 9-inch concentric coil. I'm having quite a bit of fun with this machine. Alright, on to the next. Alright, somewhat of a surface find. The detector found it. 1971 copper. But it was just right there. I didn't have to dig or anything. Just, I actually thought it was a piece of metal, a cigarette butt. I thought, oh, it's probably a white piece of metal painted or something, a kid's toy, but 71 copper. Find 1 or 2 more, probably gonna call it a day and head out. I'm over in the sun now and it is blistering hot. It's ridiculous. Alright, another quarter, 1980. I mean, this thing is just chewing up the quarters today. I can't believe it. Found it right there, about 3 inches down. So I mean, any detector could have found it for sure. We didn't hit up along the sidewalk, this part of it. We hit it up over along this long stretch over by the car there, but I don't think we hit up this section right here. So obviously we didn't. She definitely would have found that with her gold bug and all the other ones too, and that silver ring. I'm even kind of skeptical that perhaps my son's bounty hunter would have found that, the gold digger that I was using. So there it is, 1980. I mean, that's $1.25 I'm at already, and I've only been here roughly an hour. So I'm chewing through the coins right now and found that silver ring, that 925 SS on the inside of the stamping. So yeah, I am digging the Fisher F44 today. I'm really enjoying it. I'll be using the other 11-inch coil coming up too in the next video or two. I plan on getting up probably 8 videos, 10 videos coming up in 2 weeks with this thing. I may spread them out and throw the review in there as well. So keep an eye out. I'm going to really use the heck out of this machine and put some hours on it. Be dumping some batteries through it, and I'm really going to have some fun with it in the 2 weeks I have it. So far, the first day, first impressions are pretty good. I mean, it's chewing through the quarters and the coins. It's really stable on the ID. It's a little chattery right now because I'm moving it. I think I have something under the coil there. But yeah, a little nose heavy. This 9-inch concentric with the coil cover on it. It's quite a hefty coil cover, I noticed. Look at it, it's got quite a few tabs on it, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of plastic reinforcement on this coil to the outer ring on it. So it's not the lightest coil. I'd say the 11-inch DD from the Land Ranger Pro is even lighter than this 9-inch concentric, especially with the coil cover on it. So there is a bit of a noise heavy or a nose heavy issue with it, even with the smaller 9-inch. So the 11-inch that he has, that I have back at home in the box, I'm sure it's going to be a little nose heavy as well. It's nothing terrible. It's about as bad as the Garrett Ace 400, so it is a complaint. It is definitely a negative. I do find this to be a little nose heavy, especially with the coil cover. Quite a bit of plastic in that coil, heavy plastic. So really enjoying it so far. Other than that, the arm cuff is nice and in a back position. The forearm rest here, so I really like that. That was my big complaint with the Garrett Ace 400. This one is way back, like on the Land Ranger Pro and the Gold Bug. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and the more I use it, the more I think, wow, 2 AA batteries are doing this. It's pretty amazing that 2 AA batteries are hitting 4 or 5 inches down. I mean, it found me a ring today, so this machine is quite powerful with just those, you know, it's running off, what, 3 volts here, and it is quite the powerful unit. So really enjoying it today, guys. First impressions are very positive so far. Like the tones, they are very similar to the Land Ranger Pro. Right now I'm running it in custom mode with disc all the way up to the silver range. I'm running it with just VCO on those, on the, what is it, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there in the silver range where it says 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm running all those at tone 0. You can adjust the tone for each of the numbers, 6, 7, 8. So low tone, high tone, medium tone, bass tone, or VCO tone. So I'll go over that in the review. It's pretty cool the way you can adjust tones for each segment. Not really a fan that there's not really a true disc on this. You got to notch everything out. It takes a little bit of time. I'll have to go through the manual. There may be something I'm missing on the disc, but as of right now, I just had to notch everything all the way up, and it takes about 5 seconds for each number to disappear. So it did take me about 20-30 seconds just to get it to where I want. I'm not really used to that. Took a little longer than I prefer. Alright, well, that's my first impressions. It's chewing through the quarters. Let's try to find 1 or 2 more, and I'm going to head out and call it a day. Another quarter. Ridiculous, a 1994. Right there, you can see the little circle where it was chilling. Oh my goodness, this detector is just hitting the quarters like crazy today. I've never had such good luck. I mean, I've literally, just the last couple segments were just seconds ago. I've literally been here like an hour and 5 minutes, and I've already hit $1.50 in quarters, and a little coin spill, and a silver ring. I'm going to have enough money saved up here in a minute where I'm going to offer Bowinkles to sell this to me. I'm not sending this back to you, Bowinkles. This is my detector now. Alright, guys, let's find 1 or 2 more, and I don't want to quit. I don't want to quit. 1989 dime, rang up as a 65. Alright, just trying to get those numbers as I show the targets as well, trying to remember. So this dime came up as a 65, about 2 higher than my Land Ranger Pro. Dimes and coppers were pretty solid 63s. So there it is. Alright, another surface penny, copper, 1972. Pretty cool. I always like finding surface finds like that. Alright. Just gonna run up this little strip here all the way to the car there, and then I'm gonna go get in and drive home. Alright guys, couple more coins hopefully. Another dime. 95 dime. So doing pretty good. Didn't even move like 2 feet. Found that one. Alright. More. Alright, got another copper. A 63 copper. Get it to zoom in there. There it goes. Alright, so 4 inches exactly. Pinpointed at 4 inches. That plug popped up real nice. And as you can see on the side, 4 inches. And it had no problem. The ID was super strong on it at 64, 65. I'm trying to turn off the pointer here. There we go. Alright, so 4 inches down in my terrible, I mean, it's not my backyard. My backyard's a little worse than this area. But I'm getting 4 or 5 inches on these pennies and dimes, and the ID was solid. So 64, 65, repeatable. So pretty happy with that. This F44 is proving its worth. Definitely. Seeing how it's a free gift for 2 weeks, it's really paying off. So thank you, Bowinkles, yet again. This is awesome. Having a real good time today, guys. Alright, let's find 1 or 2 more. Car's just right there. Not much room left. Maybe 25 yards or so. Alright guys, didn't find anything else on the way back to the car over there. There's the car. I had to come back and retrieve my bag with all my pouches, diggers, and my water bottle there. So hit up that area over there in that corner right by the street, that whole strip over there, and me and the Huntress hit up that strip along there and all the way down there in that middle strip the other day. So I didn't find anything else on the way to the car, which proves that her little 5-inch coil on that gold bug does quite well, and she scrubbed every inch of it. So pretty proud of her. She totally cleaned that up. Didn't find anything there. Had a great day today with this Fisher F44, guys. I had a superb day. A lot of quarters, a lot of dimes, a lot of pennies, and I even got a silver ring, my first silver ring. So pretty stoked. I really like this machine so far. I haven't reached down too deep with it, just 4 inches so far, but you know, that's where 80–90% of the finds are going to be anyways, especially out here in my hard compact dirt. I don't need to go super deep. I mean, I would like to go an extra inch or 2 just in case there is something there. That's why I plan on getting that T2 probably. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, I got to tell you. This machine is a whole lot of fun with this little 9-inch concentric coil. It was just grabbing stuff left and right today. So pretty impressed. Little nose heavy, like I said, with the coil cover, even on this 9-inch, the smaller of the 2 coils. It has the large 11-inch on it. It is a screw-on connector, so it will fit that 5-inch DD from my wife's gold bug on here. I may play around with that a little bit. We'll see in a video. I may just throw that on and do a quick video around some trashy stuff. We'll see how that performs. If it ID messes up, I always like to experiment with stuff like that. So yeah, so far so good. I really like it. The only negative really is it's a little bit nose heavy. I really like the audio. It's just like the Land Ranger Pro. I do like the Fisher audio, those digital beeps, and this, I had this running in VCO tone, which I really do like. I don't really have a lot of bad to say about it today. Everything's set up the way I like it. It's really easy to navigate the menu. I'm used to the First Texas menus. First Texas being the parent company of Fisher, Bounty Hunter, and Technetics, of course. I always like to throw that in. A lot of new viewers or whatnot who don't realize that. So I really like the First Texas products. I really like their audio, their display. This display is nice and easy to read. Had no issues reading it. The buttons on it seem to be working pretty good. They almost feel like they're upgrades to the Land Ranger Pro. They have a different feel to them than the Land Ranger Pro, that's for sure. I haven't had any of the buttons malfunction yet, like especially the pinpoint. It's nice and solid. Yeah, I really like this. I can't believe this thing runs on 2 AA batteries and performs like it did today. It really blows my mind. So that is the future. 2 AA batteries, the Fisher F44. I really can't wait to see what comes next from Fisher in the next year or 2. They said they're going to be pushing towards AA batteries and some new features on some new machines. So, you know, with detectors, that could be the next 5 years. So yeah, keep an eye out for Fisher in the next 5 years. But anyways, guys, had a great time with this F44 today. Not much negative to say about it other than that little bit of a nose heavy issue, and it's not that bad. I swung it here for a good hour and a half, no problem with it at all. Didn't tire my arm out. I know it's a short hunt, but wasn't tired even a little bit. So even with that issue, you get real used to it. Not an issue. All right, enough babbling. Gonna call it a day. The Hunter GT. I will see you on the next video.